for putting all the working group proposals together and getting all this through. I'm very excited to see all the action there, and it's so great to have a plan for the next 4 months. I also want to just major praise to Steve for helping me get my Twitter going again and getting some good tweets out. Really, it's looking really good. And also, huge praise to Liam, because all the work that he's doing in marketing is so critical for us. And it's just so nice to have someone organized at the top trying to execute everything and actually come up with things to move forward on. So thank you. Major praise to Liam. And I'll pass it to Lauren.
Okay, yeah. I want to just dish major praise to Yegor, because he's like his first month and he is just flying. Like, he's really taking the reins of the QF working group. I feel like it's like there's so much, like every day there's less and less I have to do, and he's just like killing it in the role. He's even going to present today the Townhall slides, which I only told him by late last night because he's amazing. So he took it on. Cool. I also want to dish major praise to Ashley, who's like just making everything happen in like all of our critical systems, like with the givebacks raffle. Like, she's just making sure that we're like getting the winners announced, sending out emails, she's making sure the documentation's there. And she just kind of like runs around and makes sure everything continues to work. And I am so appreciative of all of her support there. And I also want to dish praise to Amin, because he's like basically like my major tech support buddy, and he's always solving all my problems with the Give economy. He did tons of work on the Give economy audit and the documentation that we have there, as well as like setting up notifications and so that we know when things are going wrong in the Give economy. And he's also my buddy for AI agents, and he always teaches me things. So I love Amin, basically, and I will pass it on to Almond.
Thank you, Lauren. My praises go to Grieve, Lauren, and Liam for a very productive marketing-related call yesterday. Also to Algene for always being responsive with our requests for socials and having everything on time. And my last praise will go to Ashley for always supporting in everything she can, being super helpful and being a great team player. And I will just guess and throw it to Mitch.
Yeah, of course. So I'd like to praise Ketchy. He's always just like ripping through development issues, and he's like, "Give me another one." Okay, hit me again. And he's just smashing them, and he's unstoppable. And I even have to tell him, Ketchy, no, slow down. Not this one, this other one, because he's just rapid fire. So praise to him for that. I'd like to praise Melanie for doing a really proactive job in redesigning our Giveth docs and doing this whole crazy migration to Notion and Super, and she's like figuring out how all these things work together, and she's like starting her UX design journey and doing a really great job and being super proactive with everyone. So praise to her for that. And I'd like to praise Latifat and Mary Jaff for doing really high quality testing and QA work on our apps, finding all these weird bugs and issues and following up on them, doing great coordination between themselves and also with PMs and developers. And so very great job from both of them. So that's my 3 praise, and I will pass it to Tossin.
Hi guys, so I want to praise T. It's been really great working together on the Grief AI. It's been fun. And I do want to praise Mitch. Actually, it's like he's been everywhere, and working with him is always a pleasure. And I'll pass to, Almond, if you can.
Me? Yes, I already went.
Okay, let me see. I'll pass to Melanie. Have you got Melanie?
Hi, hello. I'm praising Mitch and Ashley for helping me with the Giveth documents. It really meant a lot for the both of them to like give me feedback and to explain things that I didn't understand. So yeah, that really helped me a lot, and I hope we can also like think in the future and work together. And I'll pass it on to Liam. I don't know if he's been yet.
Hey guys, I want to praise Lauren and Griff for making the trip up the snowy 403 and helping me green pill my community this past weekend. That was super fun, and they repped Giveth and GM and that sort of stuff. I also want to praise Heather over the past month. She's been a pretty big rock for me, helping keep me grounded, keep me organized, and help me bring in supports. So that's been like super huge. Really grateful to Heather. I also want to thank and praise Tossin. Tossin is jumping in this week to get going on the marketing side and help out with some tasks there. So looking forward to his support there. And I'll also shout out Steve just for helping us with our sort of contributor activation, figuring out how we can be more organized. We're going to have a call tomorrow about a lot of ways we can activate the ecosystem more, and Steve's been sort of proactively helping with that. I will pass it over to Ashley. Have you gone? Oh, pass to Ashley.
I haven't gone yet, thanks. My praises. Here, I made little notes here. First, I want to praise Mitch and Jake for leading a really good, really awesome working group proposal session on Monday, just like really diving in. I know it's a long session, but you guys put it together great, and all the working group leads who made their proposals really clear. I think this has been the most intuitive season voting session that I've experienced so far. And I want to praise Mohammed for giving me this like really awesome quest. He knows that I want to learn more about dev skills, and so he assigned me a pull request to review having to do with give back stuff, and I'm excited to dive into that more. And I want to praise Ahmad for just great coordination, providing resources, always being a good go-to person with this AI agent stuff. Like, I feel like anytime I have a question, I can ask him and he knows where to point me if he doesn't know the answer. And just keeping everything organized and documentation and stuff has been really helpful. Those are my three. I will pass it over to Nicola.
Thanks. Good morning. Good evening. Okay, my praises. I would like to also praise. I did not come to the call, but I watched whatever you managed to record on Monday, and you guys did an amazing job. And I hope we do this more often and create more space for discussion like this. So I want to praise everybody who was taking time to put together their presentation and give so much energy and like explanation. Lauren, Mitch, who was there? Jake. Who am I missing? Am I missing someone? No, I think you're true. Maybe Yegor. And also praise Griff for asking great questions in there. But sorry, I missed that. My second praise will be to Melanie. Actually, I want to say, wow, what a beautiful job you've done on the Notion so far. And I'm so excited to see more. So really beautiful to see the touch of your hand and how it's transforming into something like way more put together. And now my last praise will go to Carlos for becoming my AI agent buddy, and I'm really excited what we're going to be able to do together. But I'm going to stay a little secretive for now about it, like everyone knows anyway. Okay, guys, I don't know who's next because I came late. I can shoot. Maybe, how about, good.
Hi. I want to praise Ali Reza for holding a call for introducing us the AI agents AI engines that he knows good. The call was so informative. I want to praise Horrific for his curiosity and endeavor on solving the bridging problems of arbitrage bot of US. Actually, the problem was not easy, but he did a hard work by debugging the system and figuring out how to do the bridging. It was great, and I want to also praise Lauren for her support on AI, an agent project, and for creating the a good description of what the scope of what we can do for the rest of the hackathon. And yeah, we hope that we create something very useful for other people. Thank you, guys. I pass it on to Fresh. Let it go.
Not yet. Thank you. I want to praise Shane for all the support in accounting and payroll tasks that we do. And I want to praise Mitch, Lauren, and Jake for presenting working group proposals and putting in the effort and hard work to put that up and sharing it with the contributors. So major praise to them. And I want to praise Griff for making sure monthly payroll processes run smoothly every time and lending his tables and for being a Give, Giga, Maxi, Whale, whatever, for accepting Give as reimbursement. So major praise to Griff. I'll pass it to Mary Jo.
Thank you, Fatula. Hello, guys. I wanted to praise team. I praise Pairwise team for working on the funding project so hard this week. And also I praise Giveth team, developer, product owner, and QA for working hard on issues and try to keep the quality of the Giveth high every time. Thank you. I pass it to Jake.
Nice, and Jake will finish us off.
Oh, okay. A lot of pressure. Well, we all know that I like to do themes when I give out my praise. And so it's cold here. It's maybe the coldest day of the year. It's got me thinking about warmer temperatures and months like May. So my theme is May, and I'm going to start with Mitch. Muscle beats Mitch, which makes me think of the beach. And Mitch, you just take on everything and you finish everything. You wanted to do this mandatory call to discuss the working group proposals, and you got it done, and it was success. And there's so much feedback that's positive, and we need to keep doing it. A, what does A stand for? Anna Banana. I love Anna. She came in. Bananas make me think about warm temperature, think about summer months, and she came in and she's knocked out already her first grant for Giveth, and I really appreciate it. Super smooth, professional. She's doing a great job. What could Y stand for? I think that's pretty easy. Jaeger. I always think about Jaeger shots when I think about summer, being on the pool, being by the beach, doing a Jaeger shot. Jaeger came in, a lot of energy, a lot of summer energy. I mean, he's everywhere. It's nice to see somebody like yours truly that's bugging me about stuff. That's pretty impressive, Jaeger. So praise to you for definitely going above and beyond in your first month. And that's my May praises in January. Back to you, Griff.
Wow, the Jaeger praise bomb. I never thought a new drink created during the Giveth community call. Awesome. Right by something to sip by the pool. Well, you guys all know how praise works, so I'm just going to skip this slide completely because well, actually, no, it looks like there is one new person who just popped in. So we dish praise in Giveth, and you can use /praise in Discord. When you dish praise, it turns into give tokens. Please consider /praise. Type it in Discord. If you haven't used praise before, you have to do /activate in any channel on Discord. And when you dish praise, it actually turns into give tokens for people. People are actually rewarded with give tokens. So be liberal with your praise. And it is January 22nd, and we have the monthly town hall today. Big announcement, of course, is that it's time to vote on working group proposals. As Mitch was just praised for, the Monday call was epic. Was really it was really interesting to hear all the different things that we can choose. This is like a choose your own adventure DAO. So get out there and choose. You can. There's a vote here. Let's see, and I'd love if someone could just post this link in the chat. The snapshot where you can actually go and make your voice heard on what we should prioritize this in the next 4 months. Yep, and also there's this really nice voting simulator that can help you decide who to vote for. And this is a really cool thing that Mitch built. Mitch, do you have any advice on this that we should give people?
Something's wrong. It used to show the summaries, like the actual clips of like the scope that you selected, but it was running on my DigitalOcean and that probably crashed because I don't know what happened. Figure it out. But the budgets are all there. So like if you go looking through the numbers and you see there's grow budget, sustain budget, shrink budget, and then there's like a drop down menu where you can choose like, okay, I think fundraising should grow, and then it puts in the number into the final, and then it sums all of those numbers and then shows you the total spending that we estimate to do. And then also, since we're using weighted voting, it'll recommend you what kind of weight you should use in that final vote. As you could see, the budget's very tight. This is something I wanted to talk about because I don't see any way that we would actually hit that budget and do any meaningful work. But maybe that's another debate. But anyway, go ahead.
We can talk about it. Maybe, hopefully, there'll be some time at the end of the call.
Yeah, that would be nice. But anyway, you could go in there, you could play with it, you can see how the budgets all kind of stack up against each other. And then it also helps you to like visualize how weighted voting work, which is sometimes kind of a stretch for folks to understand how that actually applies. So there it is. It has edit access, so be nice. Don't be, if you break something, make sure to click undo. So it's all right. I made this is a copy though, so there's always, anyway, that's it. I'll pass it to the next person.
It's me. So go out there, play around with the voting simulator, and we'll talk more about working group proposals at the end of the call, I think. Also, QAC, we're minting tokens today. We probably the biggest update for QAC is that we actually broke CKEVM. There's apparently, and I didn't even know this, that in ZK rollups there's a secret type of gas that they call counters. And so when you make a transaction and it makes the gas limit, that's fine. That's cool. But if it's over on counters, it won't go through. And there's no way to even see this on the blockchain or anywhere. It's kind of hidden in the back of their sequencer, and you have to know people to tell you if it's broken because of that. So we broke it. We actually broke the chain. I'm pretty sure the bridge was down for 8 hours. You couldn't bridge between mainnet and ZKEVM. Don't quote me on that. And also, this isn't something we need to tweet or anything, but it is interesting that we're on the bleeding edge here. We're breaking chains. So I even had my address censored because they thought we were attacking the network. They thought my address was actually attacking the network, so they censored my address, and I couldn't make transactions on ZKEVM for like 4 days until they fixed the patch. And so, but now it's patched up. We're most of the tokens have been minted. They should all be minted today, and or tomorrow probably. There's one we ran into the same problem with X23, so we'll probably finish minting X23 tomorrow. Tokens being minted just means that people will have tokens on the q-act.giveth.io page. They'll be able to see how many tokens they got, and it's all locked into the payment processor. So all these tokens are vested. But we'll make the liquidity pools for each token one at a time, and it starts next week with Citizen Wallet kicking us off on January 29th. And these dates will be confirmed probably on Friday to make sure that we don't have any delays with the arbitrage bot. But so there's one more technical hurdle that we have to overcome, but otherwise these dates look pretty good, and you can kind of plan on them, but don't tweet it. It's still not like totally public information yet, because there could be delays. DAO service announcements. Kai, Ali, Reza, and Ramin are taking some well-deserved time off. I should put down that I will be doing an Orange DAO thing starting February 8th. And that from basically mid-Feb to after ETH Denver, I'm going to be hard to reach outside of committed calls. And I'll pass it to Nico to do buddy review calls.
Thanks, Griff. Hey guys. So this is just a general reminder to everyone that it's time to wrap up quarter 4 of 2024. So let's please schedule our buddy review calls, connect with your assigned buddy, and let me know if you need any help with scheduling. Okay, so that's it. I'm passing it back to you, Griff.
Nice. So are you saying that everyone needs to do a buddy review call?
Yes, we're doing it quarterly. So if we follow the quarter, like every 3 months, everyone is due for a buddy review call, unless you just did a buddy review call like in the last 2 weeks or like in 1 month. It won't be very relevant. But yeah, just a general reminder for those who hasn't had their buddy review call in the past 3 months. So yep.
Okay, great. Thanks, Nico. Then with that, I'll kick it over to Jake for the fundraising working group.
Nice. I like being top of the working groups here consecutively. Thank you. What do we got for CTAs? Well, I'm sure everybody received a message from Griff today on Telegram about the Glow Dollar OP Builders Gitcoin round. There's about 7 days left in that. Not a huge matching pool, but it would be nice to get the matching cap of 1,000. Last time I checked, it looked like we were not only leading in donations, but also leading in unique donors. So well done, everybody. Keep it up, community. I'm going to steal a little bit of thunder for once, as Jaeger will get into. We're going to be loving on some public goods here starting on the 28th, which is in 6 days. That QF round is massive, and we're working on getting some additional sponsors, hopefully, into that round. But right now, the matching pool is kind of set at 100K. So some big love for the public goods coming up. And then lastly, every working group, I'm sure will discuss it, chat about it, but our working group proposals are up for vote right now. Flex those voting muscles, vote or die, as P. Diddy said it back in the day, and get in there and make some voting. Let your voices be heard. What we did since Christmas, kinda. So there's a lot of vacations, a lot of holidays over the last month. So the working group has been a little bit slow, as well as starting with the new year. Some of the updates, though, is Devouch by Giveth. The claim and the vesting has started. Thanks, Mitch, for finishing that up and getting that moving, and for Shell as well. ENS has given some rough estimates. I actually put that over in the KPI. They've basically agreed to 53K for a QF round, which is probably going to partner with Octant potentially. More news on that probably coming in the next week. But with that 53K, 13K would cover kind of the cost of running the round. That goes directly to Giveth, so that's pretty nice. Also, you can see there, Glow Dollar will be a QF sponsor, and Public Nouns will be a QF sponsor here coming up in this Public Good Ones next week of $1,500. 5 ETH will be split. And then for the larger community, the cool thing is in a future givebacks round, which I'm sure Lauren will get into, we're going to have a P Noun to raffle off, which is pretty unique and pretty cool. I mean, that's worth like roughly $1,000. So be on the lookout for those comms coming out, and definitely make sure to get into that givebacks round. We had some really nice meeting this past month with World Mini app, WorldCoin, and we should get some feedback, I think, in the next week. They told Ahmad that they needed like 1 week more to get some info for some things going down. So we should have some really positive news there. And then very, very welcome again to Jaeger. He's going to be taking over QF, but more importantly for our working group is he's going to be helping out with the QF fundraising. So more hands hopefully equals more sponsors. So thanks for that. Of course, what we could do better, we'd love to get some higher KPIs, especially with the future here of more grants, apply to more grants, apply to more L1s, L2s, retro rounds, etc. And we'd love to see Stellar pick up the speed and kind of solidify this QF round. They've been kind of lagging with some internal docs. but hopefully some news coming up in February with Stellar. So what to look forward to next month? Working group results should be done on the 26th, 27th, unless they're extended. Mitch will probably talk about that a little bit more, but we'll know kind of the direction for sustain or growth or shrink for our working group. We want to continue getting some good progress with WorldCoin. Hopefully finish up with Kyoto and Fuel. It seems like a record on repeat with them. But they keep saying that it's going to happen. We're working on a Polkadot grant right now, as well as Metis and Neo. So those are some cool things. We're discovering some devouch opportunities with Solana grants. And then again, this will probably be spoken about multiple times throughout the presentations, but we're focused, Giveth Galaxy-wise on AI agents, and we'll look at trying to apply for some grants for our AI agents. And then, I think we'll also finalize Octant for a QF round, as mentioned previously. And then, pending how the working groups pan out, we should be taking some of our talents from the working group to ETH Denver at the end of February. And that's it for my working group. I'm going to go ahead and sling it on over to Lauren.
Great. Thanks, Jake. So in the Give Economy space, first this is, Give Economy-ish. It's QAC related. We just pushed out this blog on QAC vesting and price floor, how vesting creates a price floor, how vesting basically prevents, rug pulls and impulsive mistakes made early on after a token launch where the community kind of gets a little bit screwed. So if you haven't seen this already, give it a look, give it a clap. If you click and hold the clap button, it gives it 50 claps. Look, Griff is demonstrating it. It's so great. You could put 50 claps on this blog and I would like it. But basically the point of this was kind of explaining to people as the QAC tokens are hitting the market that they basically can't go down a certain price for a period of time, giving the team some time to allow their economies to grow and to bring value to their tokens while the price can't quite go down and while it's accruing more value. So this is kind of like a the QAC, of course, is a sort of precursor to GERVs, and having people understand vesting and price floors and safe token launches is kind of building into that narrative. So that is that. Cool. You can go to the next slide. What happened in January? Well, we did a great job of running our givebacks raffles, as you heard in my praise. Ashley's really holding things down there, and Almond creating the Twitter spaces on the content for it. So we successfully ran givebacks raffle round 78 and 79, going off without a hitch. Winners are being announced, tokens are being distributed, and and it's going pretty well so far. If you guys have any recommendations for how to make the spaces more fun and engaging, I'm always happy to hear them. Or you could send your feedback also to Almond, who's working on coordinating the spaces, or Griff. What else went on last month? As you know, season 6 working group proposals, we got that posted onto the forum. Our working group proposal for Give Economy primarily is focused around marketing the Give token and the Give Economy, explaining to people kind of what are our tokenomics and where are our tokens and what are our plans for them. So that's kind of all the major things in the season 6 proposal, as well as making sure that things keep running, like give backs and bug fixes and give power rewards. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out, and of course vote in the snapshot. What else went well? Well, we brought the arbitrage bot work, which was kind of this unruly machine that was just a big time sink and taking a lot of hours. Sort of brought it back under wrap, reducing the scope, making sure people are talking to each other, that we're being efficient, so we're not spending extra hours where we don't need to. We also cut scope on doing the GTC token swap and working with Lotto PGF. So with those were kind of external partnerships we were working out. We decided that wouldn't work out. So that went well. I mean, it's always nice to cut scope on things so we can reprioritize and focus on, like I said, the marketing. What could have gone better? Well, the Give Economy redesign, Give Economy audit documentation, reclaiming unclaimed Give allocations. These are all things that we've been working on doing that keep getting deprioritized. I mean, sensibly deprioritized because other things become more time sensitive, like we've got designers being pulled onto Unicorn or onto QAC, and but it would be great if we could get these things off the list. So it's not week after week of like, oh, okay, we didn't do anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, here I just have like some price action. Give, we've got Give ETH in blue, Give USD in green there. Give token didn't perform awesome over this last month, but I think, comparative to other altcoins, which I put all in the season 6 proposal, like a 3-month look of Give compared to other altcoins. What is coming up in February? The token distro audit final push. William has been putting a lot of work into getting the final numbers. So expect soon, like definitely within February, but ideally within the next week, a forum post explaining, how much Give the DAO now controls and some proposals for like how we could make our, Giveth governance and our Give token allocations, like the controlling of that a little bit more efficient and easier for people to understand. And, of course, marketing. Corporate needs to define the difference between these two pictures. Increase the value of Give and marketing. They're the same picture. Okay, cool. That's all I got for the Give Economy Working Group. So I'll sling it over to Mitch with DAO Ops.
Nice. Cool. DAO Ops. Well, CTA, get out and vote. We had a big showcase on Monday. The votes are open. The vote is open shorter than we would normally have it, but we wanted to give some extra time for advice process. So that vote is open until the 26th of January, this Sunday. So vote. Want Give with every paycheck? Fill this out. You can get some equity in Give tokens with a percentage of your every check, and even you get some bonus Give tokens. And then you can lock it up and get even more bonus rewards. So pretty cool type form opportunity, especially if you're new and you want more Give tokens and more voting power. This is a great way to just get that with every check. Season 6 proposals are up. I think that is a link to the Roundup forum post. Oh no, that's a DAO Ops season 6. Yeah, so that's our working group proposal for DAO Ops. All the details are in there. Retrospective, what went well, what didn't go well, how much did we spend, and our plans for the next season, including making Giveth very, very fun. Speaking of which, there's a Make Giveth fun event coming up next week. Heather and Nico are working on making that happen, and I'm sure they'll be making an announcement as soon as the date and time is finalized. We have governance calls every week, 9 a.m. Mexico. Every other week, we have a stewards call at the same time. We also have bi-weekly DAO Ops calls. That happens Thursday at 8 a.m. And I think the next one will be next week on the 30th is our next DAO Ops call. What went well? Nico cat-herded everyone to make this really, really cool contributor directory. It's a manual of me. So if you want to learn about the people that work at Giveth and a little bit about what it's like to work with them, you can go to this database in Notion. Look at it. It's got little pictures of everybody and, kind of what they do. And then you can click on them and then you can see like a little like profile summary. So if you're new or you're working with somebody for the first time, really interesting to go and check out all this info. Yeah, lots of fun questions in there. So this is done. This is supposedly has everybody in it. Yeah, really, really cool. And holiday praise, we had a bunch of, what happened this last month? Yeah, holiday praise. And Nicola had this great idea of everyone showing a bit of extra gratitude during the holiday season. So people were dishing holiday praise, very long, very thoughtful tokens of gratitude to everybody. And I think that went well. And I'm wondering, Nicola, maybe you could type in the chat, do you know how many we actually got of holiday praise? I'd be curious to know that. Yeah.
Cool. I think we still need to see the results in January because I think it's going to be split in half. But
I
don't know. No, but we definitely, you can see in numbers that we have doubled or maybe even tripled with comparison with the next race of the next month, previous month. Sorry, guys.
Awesome.
So that was cool.
See. November praise quantification's done. That was actually, I think, our lowest praise count of the year. December was much, much higher. And we also facilitated the working group proposal showcase, which you all were there on Monday. What could have gone better? Our registration for the Giveth Association is out of date, and it's causing us problems. Jake got 0 praise in November. Holy crap, you guys. We failed. Jake is the master praise giver, and we didn't dish him a single thing of praise all of November. I feel bad. I'm not saying you guys should feel bad, but I feel bad, okay? Anyway, what are we doing next month? We're having Make Giveth Fun Again events, the one I just mentioned happening next week, and we'll be trying to do them hopefully monthly. Maybe we're going to start managing the matching pool treasury. We would like to find a legal contact for updating the Swiss Association. We've got a lead through General Magic. We're going to be processing praise from December. And we have these buddy review calls that Nico made an announcement for. So that's what's happening in DAOps, and I will pass it to Quadratic Funding.
Hey everyone. And yes, thanks everyone for all the praises that I received. Super excited to be here and joining Giveth. And yeah, I basically praising everyone who helped me during this onboarding and for supporting so much. So let's start with the updates from QF working group. And the main update is, as you already heard, we are running the Lebanon Public Goods QF round that is starting next Tuesday. And nominations for projects are already open. So please, if you
have to, the funny thing with Discord is if you have more than 25 people, you have to turn off your camera for more people to join. So
okay, cool. Yeah, amazing. Cool.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, thank you. You should have said that earlier. So nominations for projects are open. If you already have the Giver NFT, please submit the form to nominate the projects. If you don't have the Giver NFT and you want to nominate someone, please get it. Also, if you have a Giver NFT and you don't have time to nominate, please DM me and delegate your nomination. Then what else? We are having the soft launch call next Tuesday. So please, if you want to help us test the round, please ping me. I will send you the invite. It's 11 a.m. ET time. So basically like in 20 minutes from now. Also, one of the excited updates from this month, we have the matching update that went live. So also please go on staging and do the test donations. Help us check that everything works perfect. And let's move over to the next slide. What happened in January? The most exciting update is we hired and onboarded me. Yay. And I jumped right away into making this Lebanon Public Goods round. And thanks everyone for the huge support and for guiding me around. And some info about the round. It's starting on 28th and running till February 14. So this is why the name Lebanon Public Goods. And we're gonna have the 100k USD Glow matching pool. The nomination, the matching pool gonna be distributed on base, and we're gonna support all the Giveth networks for the donations. And yeah, some engineering product updates. We worked on some minor UX fixes, and yeah, we have the working group proposal live. Thanks to Lauren for working on it. Next season, it's gonna be my baby. And yeah, what could have gone better? Yeah, pretty much fundraising stuff. Yeah, we need more sponsors. So yeah, if you know someone, please help us to connect with them. And yeah, we are speaking to Stellar and also ENS about running the next 2 rounds. And yeah, that's going pretty good. And yeah, the next slide. What will happen? What is coming for us in February? So again, the Love and Public Goods round. We are speaking to more sponsors. More sponsors. We have more rounds we are running. Yeah, we are planning to create some marketing templates for projects to promote their impact during the round better. Yeah, also working on some DAP improvements. Mostly around the estimated matching and also some things around rendering the banners and the quality of it. Yeah, that's all for QF working group, and yeah, super excited to see how this round unfolds. And yeah, this is going to be the biggest public goods round on Giveth. So yeah, let's make it a great one. And yeah, over to DAP working group.
All right, the DAP. Well, do you guys like to win Ether? All of you said yes, I can tell. So check out this really awesome pool together Giveth prize vault. Wow. If you want to hold Ether, support the Giveth matching pool, and win thousands of dollars in ETH. This is your place to do it. We deployed this in partnership with Pool Together, and it's deployed on Base, and it's so awesome. You just go in there, even if you don't have Ether, you could just go in there and deposit any funds that you have on Base, like any of the top tokens, USDC, CBBTC, Ether, Wrapped Ether, or whatever, and it'll convert it into a yield-bearing token. And so the yield will go into this like massive prize pool, and 33% will also go towards funding the Giveth matching pool. And so you could win. I think it's like every 3 months on average, they give out $62,000 worth of ETH in this prize pool on Base. So, I mean, if you want a chance to win that, they also have smaller like weekly prizes and things like that. So really cool opportunity. If you just want to hold your ETH, maybe win some prizes and support the matching pool, this is a great opportunity for that. Speaking of which, we had a really cool Give talk with them. The recording is going to come out on Spotify sometime soon, but the recording's there on Twitter. And I think that was on Monday that we had that. Really awesome with Tim and Chark from the Pool Together team. And yeah, just like really kicking off this partnership and seeing how it goes, and then maybe doing some more cool stuff with them in the future. And, you know, praise to Jake for making that connection with Tim and actually making this whole thing happen. Our season 6 proposal is up. It is a behemoth. It's massive. It's big. I made some, you can see the retrospective, what we did well, what didn't go so well, what we spent. We spent a lot. The DAP is big and it requires a lot of love to keep running. And what our plan is for the next season, it's all there. I had some discussions with like Lauren and Griff, and Heather left some feedback, and so I revised some of the things included in there, like focusing more on integrating Bitcoin and, you know, some stuff that Lauren made around marketing. Like maybe we want to try Solana marketing and see if we're actually like we can make these big chain integrations more successful before, you know, jumping into all this stuff. And I've cut the donation handler. Makes me sad. I just want to build, but maybe marketing is a more strategic answer. So we'll try those things out. Depends how the voting goes. Maybe we do nothing. Maybe we do everything. We'll see. But yeah, so there it is. Use that to influence your voting. It's a big one. It might take you a while, but I believe in you. We have developer daily stand-ups that happen Monday, Tuesday at 8 in the morning, Mexico, and Wednesday to Friday at 7:30 in the morning, Mexico as well. And there's a comms call that happens. Is that Tuesdays now? I feel like it moved. Oh, it's Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Mexico time now. My bad. So those comms calls happen every week as well. And we talk about daft stuff, among other things. What went well? Well, we launched base recurring donations, and now you can use the recurring donations feature with Superfluid on the base network with a bunch of really awesome tokens. Like you can stream your degen to like projects and stuff like that, and you'll even get givebacks for it. I think pretty crazy. We had the talk with Pool together that I mentioned. We also transitioned our development framework to using Scrum. So now we're in the midst of our very first sprint with the team, and we're going to see how it goes, and make adjustments from there. The comms community team also migrated our newsletter to use Ordo. Hopefully that will increase the open rate, because submitting it through Paragraph, it was not really getting received or open. So hopefully this improves things. Some stats, donations, $34,000 worth of donations, almost 35 since January 1st. However, a little over 10% of that is actually givebacks eligible. So that was 3,755 since January 1st. Recurring donations USD volume, 277. Newly verified projects, there's about 4. I noticed there's a pile of projects getting re-verified, probably in prep for the public goods round. So I think actual new ones, I think is somewhere around 4. What could have gone better? Again, decentralized verification is kind of in no action limbo. Still, I need to physically make time to actually focus on this problem. Recurring donations. Oh, Griff, your resolution's kind of small, but recurring donations has some bugs, and we still need some marketing to help us grow our donation volume on other networks, such as Solana. What are we going to be doing next? World chain integration. We're going to integrate World, yes or yes. We're expecting a positive answer on some of the fundraising stuff that Jake mentioned with World. Bitcoin integration, Solana marketing. If you made some money off of Trump, maybe you want to donate it. You can do so in the app right now. And we also need to figure out who our next Give Talk host should be. So I'm taking all suggestions, and any like great partners that you've worked with in the context of Giveth. Love to have them and talk to them for the month of February. So that's the DAP, and we're the last ones. Wow. Okay. Back to you.
Yeah. Well, I think one thing we definitely want to talk about is the budget, because there isn't really that much space to do that much. Like if everything was sustained, yeah.
I've been thinking about this, like, with this 200K budget, like, have we done an assessment of, like, what is the value of every full-time contributors, like, full-time Giveth contributors, like, salary plus, like, some percentage of part-time things, like, a prediction of, like, how much we're currently, like, that people currently have, full, like, reign to spend in Giveth, Because I feel like with the budget, I'm, like, struggling to see how this will all work. If we're making all the proposals shrink, I think we need to think about, like, how are we reducing people's hours? Are we pulling people into GM? And, like, that seems a big thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the detail that's missing here, which is a bit hard to think about, is like it's 150,000 net spending. So it's like it's all very dependent on like the grants that we win to like offset the actual spending that we do.
Exactly.
So maybe 200 is kind of a weird arbitrary number in the sky. But go ahead, Griff.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. Is that the goal was 150. That we only lose 150K, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was that. For these next 4 months. So, or I think that was assuming 3 months, though.
Well, this is 4 months, right?
Yeah. So this is 4 months.
I don't know if you consider that because we mentioned it was 4 months, but I don't know.
Okay.
If that was taken into consideration.
Well, I think the big thing here is like, okay, we get 15K from running this QF round, right? So that's extra budget. And we also have grants coming in and WorldCoin mini app coming in. And we have these other things that Devouch is bringing in some money. Hopefully we have things bringing in money. And then it shouldn't be a problem to be able to, and of course people actually donating to us. It shouldn't be a problem to hit this 200K. So I was looking for the fundraising working group.
But the other thing is like we kind of need to go above 200K because if everything shrinks, then we're just paying 200K for maintenance mode. You know, which probably isn't very useful for anybody.
I think I think it's safe to assume that we will get, 100K ish of grant money in these 4 months. That's 25K a month.
Mm-hmm.
So 250, I think, is a fine number here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think and hopefully we can go above and beyond and show like actually you only lost 100K because we got these big grants and we ran this QAC round and we did this we got a 300K QF round and we had this big grant for adding Aptos or Avalanche or whatever, so hopefully we can find other funding. And for GERVs there is a chance that we could get a big grant or for AI agent things, right? So we just have to try to make money. As a company that pays salaries, we have to make money. So that's the goal. But I do think that we could make this 250 and we'll survive.
Austin, there's some feedback coming from your microphone. It's still open.
Yeah, and there's a few AI agent grants going on right now. One Gitcoin with Polygon, that's a rolling submission, and then I believe ETH Global is starting one January 29th. So if y'all want to have some chats about that, I'd love to talk with you. I'm working on 4 different projects with 4 different region groups. We're trying to provide AI agents on an enterprise scale for regions for public goods. I think it's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, Ko, it's good to have you here, man. Yeah, I don't know if you saw this, but we should have put it in the deck. We didn't even put it in the deck. Where is my share screen? But we've been doing this AI agenting thing that is pretty cool.
I'm super excited to see what y'all been cooking.
Yeah, this is actually we are cooking on. Let's see, how many bots do we have planned? We are building. Looks like around 25 to 30 different AI bots. Everybody in the galaxy is teaming up into a team of 2 to build one AI agent. So lots
of get me in there if there's some room. I need to get in the galaxy. But yeah, James McGee. Luckily, he has D&D characters and he has tokens associated with them. So we're gonna get those up in X Spaces talking. I figure it's gonna be expensive to have 9 bots chatting with 11 labs, but it's very cool, man. 25 bots, 30 bots. I love it. Jimmy's
Yeah, I just posted the Telegram group in the chat here. Please join the Telegram group and hang out. There's several interesting agents that maybe you already know people who are working on an agent doing the same thing, and we can join forces.
Definitely, man. Also, can I add my agent to the group?
Yeah, definitely. And we do. And I can also even add your email to our weekly calls. We have 2 calls a week, both on Wednesday. But are you in the Americas?
I'm in the Americas.
Yeah, so I can add you to the afternoon call. It happens every Wednesday. What's your email, if you don't mind me asking?
Let's blast this shit. cryptoco@gmail.com.
Great.
Haven't got the handprotocol.org set up for proper enterprise email yet. Yeah, that's exciting. There's so much exciting stuff around AI agents, and I feel like it's got to the point where we've been planning so much with like Grok AI, with Let's Grow DAO, and with Treegens, because got all this other alpha and whatnot. And it's like it's passing by. Like this month's almost over. Eat Dinner's almost here. Mid-year is almost here. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you for jumping in, Kyle. I'm glad you grabbed the mic. Please do our AI agent crew and hang out with us and explore this crazy world. And thank you all for jumping in to stay up to date with everything that's going on in the galaxy. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. It's sad these are only once a month, but we got a lot of work to do. So let's get back to it. Thank you all, and I'll see you next month.
AMA in this channel. If you guys want to join or have any other questions or need support about something, I'll be around here for the next hours. Feel free.
Bye. 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 Bye.